In this episode, we are going to enlist a G.I. Joe classified figure that is known for having fun in the sun. That's right, we are taking a look at the classified Chuckles. So, stick around. Hello, fellow dorks and dorkettes, and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. My name is Rob, and in this episode, we will be taking a look at the G.I. Joe classified Chuckles figure. Now, I had to stop myself multiple times from saying the new Chuckles figure, because, honestly, he's been out for almost a whole year. He was first released at San Diego Comic-Con, and I was really bummed that I was not going to be able to get one, because Chuckles, from day one, has always been one of my favorite G.I. Joe figures. And characters. I mean, he was portrayed so awesomely in the comic book. Now, Hasbro Pulse finally put him up on their website, and I jumped on it. I mean, it was probably one of the quickest Pulse purchases I have ever made. And when I finally received it, I gave it to my wife and said, hey, whenever, this is a gift. I know. Anyway, it took until Christmas for me to finally get him, and now that we're in June, this dude has been chilling out for 6 months, and every time I see him on the shelf in his box, I want to open him. I want to open him. But I just couldn't find the right time. But what better time than now as we celebrate Summer Stampede here at the channel? I mean, how much more summer can you get? He wears a Hawaiian shirt. He's based on Crockett from Miami Vice. I mean, how many more signs from above do I need to finally free him from his cardboard prison? So, Chuckles, prepare to be freed.
Yo, Joe!
Okay, here is Chuckles, and he is in some fancy deluxe packaging, and he came with a deluxe price tag, but I think he might be worth it because he came with a lot of awesome stuff, which we'll see in a moment. To be honest, I forget what all he came with because, like I said, he's been about 6 months on the shelf and almost a year since he first released. Now, look at this. It looks like an awesome, video display. Here's Chuckles, a little beaten up with a Cobra file, giving the peace sign to, down here we have Tomax and Zaymot and the Baroness. And this was kind of a tie-in with the 3-pack that Pulse had put out with the Crimson Twins and Baroness in Crimson garb. So here we have some wires and look, little HDMI cables, some toggle switches, and that's pretty cool. Here we have maybe a tuner, maybe a bomb. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Here we have some knobs, and he was number 75. Now, I'm going to take him out of the package. I maybe will save this just because of how cool it looks, but we'll have to see. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here, undo these sticker holders. And let's see what the inside of the box looks like. Now that's pretty cool. We have comic of him stealing this briefcase, deflecting shots, jumping over the railing away from these bats. Ooh, kicked the head off a bat. Bam! Dun, 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 smashed one out the window into a convertible, and he's out of here. I love this. Coconut palm. Got Cobra door handles. And here is a picture of the figure, a la what the plastic-less packaging looked like, which is gone now as I open this. So this is kind of a look back at that more eco-friendly packaging that they were doing. I think that kind of goes out of the window with all of this extra cardboard. But it's, oh, I ripped some of the box. Oh well. See, sorry about that. Might as well just go whole hog now. So it looks like here is the accessories. Oh, look at that. Extensive Enterprises, Crimson Strike Team. And it looks like one of those bulletproof attaché cases. Got the Cobra logo. That's pretty awesome. I think I will end up keeping this. And here is Chuckles himself. So, oh, look at that. Packaging off to the side. I absolutely love that. We have the Hawaiian print inside of the box and the man himself. So I'm going to pause right there for a second, get him and his accessories out, and we'll take a look at all of those. So hold on. So here we go. Chuckles freed from his cardboard prison. And let's take a look at all of these accessories before we get them all geared up. So let's start here. We have a briefcase. And here we have headphones. And speaking of headphones, we have this Walkman that is suspiciously very much Soundwave. I wish it was blue to match that a little bit better. Maybe that's something I'll touch up one day. We have some files with a photo paperclip to them. We have his pistol, binoculars, knife. We have a broken set of handcuffs and a complete set of handcuffs. We also have interchangeable hands with brass knuckles attached to them. That's pretty awesome. We have his battered face. We have a lei and sunglasses. When I said this was a summertime figure, yeah, I wasn't lying. I mean, a lei and sunglasses and a Walkman, I mean, shoot, he is ready to go. I also want to point out that his accessories came in this awesome bag, opposed to like the G.I. Joe and Cobra insignia bags that most of them came in. This is awesome. So unique to the character. So let's get a closer look at him real quick. And of course, stand not included. That came with a retro gung-ho. So, I mean, great face sculpt. His hair looks great. The Hawaiian shirt, I mean, the screen printing that they did on the figure, it looks great. His hands. Here he has a watch. I mean, that looks cool. He's got a gold Rolex or something. Has this stupid thingamabob that they tried to implement with the classified figures. Still don't really know what that's supposed to be about. Here we have his knife sheath. Excuse me, the puppy is attacking my camera, which I have sitting on the tripod on the ground at the moment. So anyway, let's put his knife into its sheath. I mean, that looks like worn leather. That's awesome. Stitching in it and everything. We have a post here. That the Walkman attaches to. Walkman, however you want to pronounce it. Seems like we have hit the spin cycle figures. So is this handcuffs go here? I'm not sure what goes there. But while I mean, look at his shoulder holster. That is boss. I mean, the original came with a shoulder holster, and it was one of the raddest things ever. Now, there we go. That fit in pretty good. It looks good. Very well made. I love that leather look that they even were able to pull off. Let's check him out with his sunglasses. They could have done a little bit better. I don't think I'm the biggest fan of those. My goodness. We got a spin cycle going on. We got a puppy frolicking, and now we have a cat in the mix. Can't catch a break. Of Quiet, everybody. It's taken me 6 months to get to this point. Here he is with his lei on. I would have liked to seen like one made of real like cloth and string to lay a little bit better. But this, I mean, I would assume this is just for the handcuffs. Too bad you can't do it like that. Whoa. Yeah, little pieces that will get lost. Now, I guess the chances are, if you want to put these on figures, you got to remove the hands so they fit on the wrists good. I mean, it kind of stays on there. Yeah, we'll go with that. So, let's put his headphones on. Oh, they just fell off. I mean, they're a little crooked from being in the packaging, but not too hateful. I try to bend it back a little bit. Yeah, not too shabby. I like that. But let me put that. Now the air conditioning kicks on. Oh my goodness. Chuckles ain't giving you no respect, homie. So let's put him back here. And set him here. I am curious to what is inside this briefcase. Yeah, let's move him up a little bit so we get a good view of him. So the briefcase, now the puppy's barking. Oh my goodness. Oh, we just have an empty attaché case that we can drop the folder into. Got some slashes in the, I guess, cheap leather of it. Here is a close-up look at his battered face. Yeah, missing a tooth, black eye, broken nose, cut on his forehead, but yet his hair still looks immaculate. So here's his brass knuckle hands. They're both the same. Very cool. Got binoculars. Hello, I see you. So now that we've taken a look at all the accessories, let's compare him to his original figure from 1987. Okay, now this is the original 1987 Chuckles. And as you can see, this one's a little worse for wear just because it's kind of faded. But I mean, his Hawaiian shirt still pops. Definitely doesn't pop as much as the new one, which just looks, I mean, so much better. I mean, I didn't think you could make this character any cooler, but the classified line surely did. As we see, he has the same military style fatigue pants. He has his knife on the side, just like the new one. No real details on the back. And unfortunately, I don't have any of his accessories that he originally came with. So can't really compare the shoulder holster or pistol. It's something I definitely need to pick up one day, and I'll do a search for it. And maybe I'll invite you all along. I got a plan to go over like my, classic G.I. Joe wish list and, do a little bit of hunting. Haven't done a hunting video in a while, but here they are next to each other. And you know what? Let's play around with Chuckles and see what cool poses we can come up with his gear.
Okay, back to me for my final thoughts. Plain and simple, this is a fantastic G.I. Joe classified figure. I mean, the simple fact that Chuckles has always been one of my favorite characters ever since 1987. And that's mostly because I wasn't allowed to watch Miami Vice. So, having the Chuckles figure was like getting one step closer to that just perfect 80s TV show. I mean, I have, of course, bought all the seasons on DVD and have watched them all numerous times, and yeah, I was really missing out. So, down on parents for that decision. I mean, at the time this figure came out, I was 11 years old. At 11, I should be watching Miami Vice. I mean, I should be watching it as soon as it hit the airwaves, but I guess I'll give my parents that little bit of leeway on that. But anyway, great figure, great accessories. I had so much fun posing him in those couple shots. I really hope they come out. I had to dig out some of my Miami Vice action figure accessories to really put a cherry on top, like the money and narcotics. I mean, I think those type of accessories would have, put this character into his comic book roots perfectly, but I can understand why Hasbro wouldn't have, included those with the figure. But Mezco did for the Miami Vice figures, and I'm very thankful they did. So anyway, it's super late. I had way too much fun playing with Chuckles, and that sounded really weird. But I had a lot of fun playing with the figure, and yeah, I spent way too much time posing him and trying to find different props around here to include in it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and like I said, he was a perfect fit for the Summer Stampede theme for this month. So again, I hope you liked this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everyone. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed this, or any of the episodes that YouTube is recommending down here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you will be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Keep being rad, and stay dorky.